What's up, Wellies? Good to see you. I'm coming to you from an ancient Kumeyaay village from 800 years ago. The native people here in the Anza-Borrego Desert would come down here for the winter. And this is just a beautiful, beautiful setting. And you can tell that there was a big settlement here that lasted for generations by what we call morteros. Now, morteros are like little bowls that are carved into the granite. And as you know, you can't really carve granite. These people didn't have metal tools, and so they would grind away with another stone, and over generations, they would create a deeper and deeper mortero. And a mortero was used to grind the grain, so they could do all kinds of things with it, bake, and that way they could feed themselves. So they found different kinds of seeds and grains, and they would grind them in the morteros. And the morteros would get deeper and deeper over generations. Today's Bible passage is from Psalm 22, not from 800 years ago, but from 3,000 years ago. And 3,000 years ago, we have Psalm 22, which if you read it, and I really encourage you to take out your Bibles and read it, it reads like a record of the crucifixion. And you say, well, this was written 1,000 years before Jesus. How could that be? But what happened was David was grinding a mortero. And he was working through the challenges that he was going through. He starts the psalm with, my God, why have you forsaken me? Because he felt like God had forsaken him. And he's grinding away and grinding away. And then you get the gospel writers, and they revisit this place because the Psalms were very well known to them 1,000 years after they were written, 2,000 years ago from today. And they started grinding away also. And they started hearing the same sounds and the same emotions and the same stuff going on. There was this resonance emotionally and verbally between 1000 BC and around the time of Jesus, which was around 30 or 33 when he was crucified. And when you read the psalm yourself, you start to grind away at the same ancient mortero. These things have been going on for generations, and we hear the same sounds and the same feel. And the truth is the whole Bible relates to the whole Bible, because we're grinding away at the same place, the same spot. And sometimes life grinds. I was doing a handstand on top of one of these rocks, and I fell and hurt myself. And a little bit of a grind there, a little bit of blood. And that's what happens in our lives. We take a little spill from time to time, emotionally, vocationally, financially, relationally, and we start to grind away at those morteros. A lot of our life is a grind. We talk about, I'm going to go grind for a while. It's a grind out there. And when we grind at the same places, there are these ancient sources, Psalm 22, the gospel stories of Jesus. And there are times, if you want to be totally honest with yourself, that you feel God has abandoned you too. And you can relate to David. And you can relate to Jesus, who on the cross said, my God, why have you forsaken me? Let's return to these ancient places as often as we can. The more you get used to the Bible, the more you get familiar with these places, the more the resonances of the faith of people who made it through difficult times come back to you. That's the good news for today, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.